The following high-definition presentation of Beacon Sports is brought to you by Beacon Academy, an elite group of students destined to bring you the future of better broadcasting.
National Pro Fast Pitch Softball action live on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com for the 2015 season is brought to you in part by Boomba, the official supplier for National Pro Fast Pitch Authentic Team uniforms, training apparel, and replica sportswear. By Worth Fast Pitch, the official helmet of the NPF. By DeMarini Sports, makers of the world's finest bats. Check them out on Instagram at DeMariniFP. By Wilson Sporting Goods, official supplier of bats and gloves for the NPF. Create your custom Wilson A2000 at wilsoncustomgloves.com. By Combat Sports, your advantage is in our DNA. Experience Maxim, a 40% larger hitting surface than the closest competitor. By Miken, we are built to win. We don't play the game to win, we dominate it at mikensports.com. By Mizuno, never settle is an attitude. Like Mizuno Fast Pitch North America on Facebook for athlete news, product reviews, and giveaways. By Louisville Slugger, you too can swing the technology that's dominating the game at every level of play at slugger.com. By Easton, swing for the fences and patented designs and discover how their fast pitch bat can take your game to the next level at eastonsoftball.com. By Evo Shield, the official protective gear of the NPF. Lightweight gear, custom fit, available for athletes of all ages at sporting good retailers nationwide. By Bonet, play anywhere, play now. Check out the best portable sports nets and gear in the game at bonetsports.com. By Diamond Sports, the official softball of the NPF. Progressive design plus advanced technology equals unparalleled performance. And by Nike, an official supplier of the NPF. Wants you to follow them at Nike Store for Nike products in the U.S. Serving athletes since 1972, Nike knows at NikeStore.com.
Game 2 of this 4-game set coming your way here from the ballpark at Rosemont, live on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Mike Knezovich along with Eric Katz to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action in this NPF matchup tonight between the USSSA Florida Pride and the Chicago Bandits. The Bandits in first place in the NPF with a mark of 13-5, and the USSSA Pride, after the win last night, have pulled within a game and a half with a mark of 9-4. And Eric, terrific ball game last night. We ended up going to the international tiebreaker in the 10th inning to decide the outcome of the game, and the game certainly had a lot of crazy twists and turns with the Pride coming up with the 3-2 win.
Yeah, that game was absolutely crazy. I mean, to go down to the international tiebreaker rule, especially how strong this rivalry is between the Bandits and the Pride. The Bandits matched up well, to my surprise, against this tough Pride team, but unfortunately they weren't able to come out on top. And Emily Aller told me before the game that they really need to execute with runners in scoring position, something that they had a problem with last night.
It left a lot of runners on base, as did the Pride as well. Taking a look at top performers from both sides of the dugouts, Kirsten Verdon had a terrific game last night for the Bandits, did a great job in relief of Sarah Moulton, did a terrific job of keeping the Bandits in the ball game, and also came up with a nice RBI single as well.
I mean, Kirsten Verdon I'm starting to believe she can fly a plane without a license, but she had a great night last night, kept the Bandits in the game, also brought in a run home to tie the game, and if you're at the end of the game, Kirsten owed the Bandits nothing, consider her performance last night to keep the Bandits in the game, both in the circle and in the batting box.
Meanwhile, Bridget Del Ponte had a great game offensively for the Pride. They again left a lot of runners in position there, but she ended up with 3 of their base hits last night.
Bridget Del Ponte did a great job of setting herself up for opportunity to score some runs. And if anything else we take from that is Bridget Del Ponte still has the pop in her bat that she carried in Akron, and now she's bringing it over to the Pride.
Let's take a look at this pitching matchup as we give you a wrap-up now, Eric. Of course, this is going to be kind of a dichotomy here. You've got the grizzled veteran in Kat Osterman, the Hall of Famer, who's done just about everything on any level of softball, going up against the rookie in Lacey Waldrop.
Yeah, Lacey Waldrop probably was in middle school or high school when Lacey Waldrop was pitching for Team USA. But tonight, Lacey Waldrop's going to really have to bring her best up tonight because Kat Osterman is an incredibly tough cookie to hit off of. Emily Auer told me before the game is they have to take the ball out of Kat's hands and hit to the defense.
Well, this should be a dandy here. This is game 2 of the 4-game set, as we mentioned. A huge ball game tonight for the Chicago Bandits. They come in at 5-2 at home. Last season, these teams almost split the series dead even, with the Pride taking 9 of the 16 meetings between the two ball clubs. We'll find out if the Bandits can hold serve here at home after this brief timeout, as we'll continue with pregame coverage of the Chicago Bandits against the USSSA Florida Pride, live here from the ballpark at Rosemont on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Pre-game coverage continues here at the ballpark at Rosemont on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Prior to this ball game between the USSSA Florida Pride and the Chicago Bandits, Mike Stewart, the head coach of the Chicago Bandits, is going to join us and coach a very competitive ball game last night. Ended up going to the international tiebreaker in the 10th inning of play. Talk about the competitiveness of the black and orange during the full 10 innings.
Anytime we get against the Pride, it's kind of that rivalry, Yankees, Red Sox, Bears, Packers, Pride, Bandits. So, it's going to bring out the best in both sides, and both teams like to compete. And, it was one game that could have gone either way. We get a hit a little earlier. We win that game in the 8th, 9th inning with a few chances to score, but we battled all the way through and did a great job. Just didn't come out on the right side last night.
Coach, kind of a crazy situation late in the ball game, a long conversation between both coaches and the umpires. We got a lot of feedback on YouTube about that situation. If you can take just a minute or so and explain what happened in that situation.
Definitely. So we had the DP flex in last night, so it's kind of a complicated thing for those that haven't used it a lot. When you write up lineups, a lot of times you try to adjust to what you're going to do later in the game based off of your original lineup. So we had taken Moulton out of the game and dropped down to 9 players when we entered Verdon into the game, and then after that, when we put Monica in, she came back into the flex position, which put us back to 10, and there was confusion on their side whether or not we had entered Moulton back in and who was eligible to play still. So by the rules, we did the right thing. Monica can come into that flex position, and Sarah's still eligible to come back in later in the game.
I'm sure glad that you take care of that, not me still.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, right?
Give you a wrap-up now, Stu. Let's take a look at tonight's matchup. It's going to be a dandy. You got the grizzled veteran and Kat Osterman, who's done just about everything at this level of softball, going against Lacey Waldrop. Certainly a big challenge for the rookie tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited to see what Lacey can do against her lineup, and anytime you face Kat, whether it's regular season or playoffs, you're always going to get a tough challenge. And we just talked to our hitters about, going out and competing each at bat from the first inning on and finding a way to scratch some runs across.
Really appreciate the time, Stu, and go get them tonight.
Thank you.
It's Mike Stewart, the head coach of the Chicago Bandits, joining us on the pregame show. We'll take a brief time out, and we'll come back with the starting lineups and first pitch right here live from the ballpark at Rosemont on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. The game 2 of this 4-game set. And let's take a look at the Boomba starting lineup for the USSSA Florida Pride, coached by Mike Davenport. They will have, leading it off, getting back into the lineup tonight, number 29, Natasha Watley in left. Kelly Crutchman will be in the 2-hole in right, followed by the former Bandit in center, Megan Wiggins. The 4, 5, and 6 holes are manned by Gianna DiSalvatore, who had the solo home run last night. Bridget Del Ponte coming off a 3-hit performance at third, and Shelby Penley, the former Sooner from Oklahoma, at second. The bottom third will have the designated player Lauren Chamberlain, followed by the shortstop Madison Shipman, and Megan Willis getting the start tonight behind the plate going as a battery mate of her teammate, Kat Osterman, both former Longhorns from the University of Texas. And Boomba is the official supplier for National Pro Fast Pitch Authentic Team uniforms, training apparel, and replica sportswear. We'll take a look at the Chicago Bandits defensive alignment, which is brought to us by Wilson Sporting Goods, the official supplier of bats and gloves for the NPF. It'll be Moss, Ellard, and Cantillo from left to right. Infield from third to first has Patton, Williams, Zimkowitz, and Cervantes, with the battery of the rookie, Lacey Waldrop, and catching tonight once again will be Taylor Edwards. Beautiful night for softball, Eric.
Indeed, it's a great night. The wind's just a little bit of breeze to the right, but we're all set here to play another nice game of softball and another electrifying rivalry.
Natasha Watley, of course, very successful not only in the NPF but in her Olympic career with Team USA, and also off the field with the Natasha Watley Foundation as well. And now she's way ahead in the count here, and that's one hitter you don't want to get on base is Watley, because she's got great speed and great presence on the base paths for the Pride.
Yeah, with the leadoff hitter on and also a red-hot Kelly Kretschmann on deck, it kind of changes the situation for the Bandits.
Good job by Lacey not to lose her on that one. We will be keeping tabs on the ball game between the Akron Racers and the Dallas Charge, which is going on this evening as well. So a lot of things happening here in the NPF as things tighten up a little bit. And that ball just a little bit downstairs, so a good start here for the red, white, and blue as they get the leadoff hitter on the base on balls.
Terrific at bat by Natasha Watley. She didn't swing at anything bad. She was able to take pitches, and it paid off for her to get on first base.
So now that'll bring up Kelly Kretschmann. Bandits did a good job of keeping her off the score sheet last night as she drew the collar in 5 at-bats. She did get a walk and a stolen bases. There you get a good look at the former Seminole from Florida State, Lacey Waldrop. Our Orange Crush LLC umpiring crew tonight has Bob Sells behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Pete Blair will be down at first. And Diane Carden, who had a very busy night behind the plate last night, gets a little bit of a break down at third base tonight. There's a bunt in the air, and it's going to go foul, as Edwards and Patton gave chase to that one and had a lot of English on it. And we saw Kretschmann last night pop up one to Waldrop. And it's a situation there where with 2 strikes, it's going to be officially a strikeout for Waldrop.
Well, that's one way to get the job done, Mike.
Certainly is, and that will certainly give the former Seminole a little bit of breathing room now, but no rest for the weary, as now the slugger, Megan Wiggins, will come to the plate.
Drove in the game-winning run last night.
There goes Watley, throw down by Edwards. Nobody for the Bandits covering, so it's an easy stolen base for the former Bruin from UCLA.
That was a miscommunication on the Bandits' part. There was no one really communicating out there on the stolen base, as Tammy Williams and Danielle Zimkowitz are going to have a word right now about that. But on the Bandits' part, it was a miscommunication. The ball was a little bit high anyway, but still, no excuse for the Bandits to miscommunicate like that. 17
out of 20 now as a team in stolen bases for the Pride. And now at first base open, the Bandits infield is going to have a conference.
Got to be careful with Megan Wiggins. She has that power, and she also has that speed. She's a really good hitter, especially what we saw, Mike, when she was here in Chicago.
3 for 5 in the game last night for Wiggy. Had a base hit in the 8th inning, and then that RBI infield single off of Monica Abbott, which plated Madison Shipman with the game-winning run in the 10th. He's got that open stance from the left-hand side. And with the runner on second base now, the Bandits changing up a little bit on the signals, as that one is going to go into foul territory out of the reach of Brenna Moss in front of the Pride bullpen.
You can't give too much of the plate to Megan Wiggins, because she will make you pay because of her dynamic power alley that she possesses.
Yeah, she also got hit by a pitch as they tried to keep that ball in on her last night. That's where you want to be. You don't want to get those arms extended and let the former Bulldog use the power. 1-1 pitch is laced foul. And Vicky Galasso had to be on the spot on that one, as that one went right by her ears.
I was talking to Coach Davenport before the game, and one of the keys he said is they have to give Kat Osterman runs to support her in the circle.
Brittany Cervantes' double deuce at first base has been on fire. Is that one just a little bit outside? Cervantes not only improving with the power numbers, but also the on-base percentage well over 500 now. So she's not only being more selective at the plate, but when she does get the pitch, she's driving it. 2-2 count here to the former Bandit. And another foul that caroms off the screen and heads into the Pride dugout.
One thing I noticed, Mike, is Brittany Cervantes is hitting more for average this year. She was really focusing on power last year and only hit .236, but she still had 12 home runs.
And a lot of RBIs as well in clutch situations. So Waldrop now will peer in and get the sign. The count even up at 2 apiece with the runner still on second. The off-speed pitch is laced towards right center field. That's going to be some trouble. Almost a catch on the fly by R.T. Cantillo. Wadley's going to come in and score. And meanwhile, Wiggins is into third. Good job by Waldrop to back up the errant throw. So it'll be an RBI triple off the bat of Wiggins and a 1-0 Pride lead.
This is what Mike Davenport was talking about, get runs early. As you're going to watch here on the replay, it was quite a hit by Megan Wiggins, and it got in between them. A nice effort, though, by Archie Cantillo, but it was just out of the reach of her outstretched glove.
Yeah, the former Rebel really did a great job there. Almost was able to grab that ball. So Wiggins picks up her second RBI of the series, and now that'll bring up Gianna DeSalvatore, who's playing first base tonight. She was a designated player for the visitors in last night's game. DeSalvatore with 1 hit and 5 at-bats last night, and it was a big one, a towering home run just inside the foul pole down the right field line, probably just about even with the Bandits souvenir stand just behind the Don Q Rum Lounge down the right field line. So the rookie now facing some challenges here and going to try to pitch out of this jam and keep things close. That breaking ball stays downstairs and the count evens up.
Please come to the press box. We have identification belonging to you.
Gianna on the season coming in just a tick under 300 at 297 with a pair of home runs now and 4 runs driven in. And Waldrop being very careful to her with first base open.
I think she saw last night the towering blast that she had to right field.
Well, there's going to be some adjustments for her at this particular level because every player is a cleanup hitter in the NPF. And that stays downstairs as well, so now the force is in order here with only 1 out. And Bridget Del Ponte, who had 3 hits in the ballgame last night, will stand in for the Pride.
Certainly made a bid for Diamond Sports Player of the Game last night, Mike.
Del Ponte was 3 for 4 with that those 2 singles early and then a double, and also had a walk, so she reached 4 times, and the average all the way up now to 297 on the year. So runners on the corners for the Pride, and a little chin music being delivered, and they call it a strike.
Nasty pitch by Waldrop right there.
Had some great break on that one. Another one of the former Arizona Wildcats out of Peoria, Arizona is Del Ponte. Slightly open stance from the right-hand side. Let's see if they try to get DeSalvatore going. And that ball is laced over the head for Patton for an RBI base hit. Wiggins will come home with the second Pride run of the inning. And runners now on first and second still with only 1 out. And now a 2-0 leader for the visitors.
I think Waldrop's getting really roughed up tonight. She's playing against one of the best teams in the NPF, and she's having a little bit of trouble early here, giving up 2 runs early on 2 hits.
That ball just over the outstretched gloves of Amber Patton as she played in at third base. And now it'll be the former Oklahoma Sooner, Shelby Penley, coming to the plate. DeSalvatore now over at second base for the Pride.
I talked to Mike Davenport before the game about Shelby Penley, and he says she is the definition of a true athlete and has really adjusted well. He even says that he can't name a position Shelby Penley can't play.
That ball is laced foul over the Pride dugout and out of the stadium for strike 1.
Shelby even joked before the game that she could pitch if they actually wanted her to. She can practically play all 9 positions.
So now she's in the hole. Let's see if they try to get her to nibble on something outside. They do keep it downstairs, and the count goes to 1-2. Bilal Mohammed is our producer tonight. Director is Max Arnold. We've got Caroline Muller again on graphics with Brendan Culleton, Rebecca Pasteris, Sarah Mogatich. Manning the cameras out here tonight along with Allison Ward. That one's right up the elevator shaft. Let's see if it stays in play, and it will for Amber Patton, and she'll squeeze it for out number 2.
Terrific hustle by Amber Patton. She knew the ball was popped up, and it was a solid can of corn for her to get the out.
So now it'll be up to Lauren Chamberlain, slugger from the University of Oklahoma, as Amber Patton is able to put that one up and continue her solid play at third base for the Bandits. Runners on first and second. The Pride have a 2-0 lead already, looking for more. And you don't want to get too far behind Kat Osterman. You see Chamberlain there still struggling a little bit with the average, but she did almost homer last night as she sent the right fielder all the way back to the track in right center. Nice pitch on the outside corner there by Lacey. Waldrop put up some gigantic numbers for the Seminoles during her collegiate career. And now trying to adjust here to the professional circuit.
Mike Davenport talked about how both Shelby Penley and Lauren Chamberlain are pretty much adjusting in her own ways, and he's confident that once Lauren Chamberlain adjusts fully, that she can be the top player on this Pride roster.
What a terrific junior year that Lacey Waldrop had at Florida State. That ball is hit way up in the air to left. Brenna Moss settling under it in medium left field, and she'll make the easy catch to retire the side. So nice job by Lacey after giving up the 2 runs in the inning to the Pride as she settles down and gets the last 2 hitters. The Pride do get those 2 runs on 2 base hits. There were no banded errors and 2 runners left on base. We completed a half inning of play here at the ballpark at Rosemont. Our first inning is brought to us by Transnational, the most trusted name and bank card and sponsor of the 2015 Scholar Athlete of the Year. We played a half inning of play. The USSSA Florida Pride have the lead 2-0. The Bandits coming to bat here on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Welcome back here to the ballpark at Rosemont as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. The USSSA Pride with a 2-0 lead over the Chicago Bandits. Our first inning is also brought to us by Willowbrook Ford, located on Kingery Highway in Willowbrook, just 1 mile north of I-55. And you drive what the pros drive at Willowbrook Ford. Let's take a look at the Boomba starting lineup for the Chicago Bandits. They will have Emily Allard leading it off in center, followed by Amber Patton. Tammy Williams will be in the 3-hole at short. The cleanup hitter tonight will be Brittany Cervantes at first. Danielle Zemkowitz hitting 5th at second. Taylor Edwards will be catching tonight. Vicky Galasso will be the designated player hitting 7th as that ball is fouled off the screen. R.T. Cantillo will be in right hitting 8th. Brenna Moss rounding out the lineup in left field hitting 9th for the Chicago Bandits. As there you get a look at Megan Willis, the catcher for the USSSA Pride, as we'll line up the Wilson Sporting Goods defensive alignment for the Pride after this next pitch. And Emily chops down on that one and misses, and now she's in the hole. Wilson Sporting Goods, you can create your custom Wilson A2000 at wilsoncustomgloves.com. The defensive alignment has Natasha Watley in left, Megan Wiggins in center, Kelly Crutchman in right, as that's a strikeout for Osterman on Ellard. The infield from third to first has Bridget Del Ponte, Madison Shipman, Shelby Penley, and Gianna DeSalvatore, with the aforementioned battery of Megan Willis and Kat Osterman. So Kat Osterman, the pitcher of the year for 2 consecutive years in the NPF, with a perfect 16-0 record last season, ended up getting saddled with her first loss in over a whole year earlier this year, coming in with a 4-1 mark on the campaign. And she's quickly ahead of Patton now, no balls and 2 strikes.
She's doing a great job so far in her first 2 batters facing. She's throwing nothing but strikes.
Patton bounces it to Shipman, and she uses that terrific arm that she has from the right side, and it's an easy 6-3 putout for the shortstop for the Pride.
Great play by Madison Shipman to position herself to get the chop ball by Amber Patton, and she was able to get it over to first base for the out.
So T-Will, who was 0 for 3 in the game, will stand in, as there you see Shipman again using that strong arm that she displayed last night. She's been struggling a little bit on the offensive side, and give credit there as well to DeSalvatore, as that ball kind of sailed a little bit on Madison. There's a 1-hopper on the plate of DeSalvatore, and she will tag T-Will going down the line. So it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Kat Osterman and the USSSA Pride. So in the inning for the Bandits, no runs, hits, or errors, and no runners left on base. We've completed 1 inning of play here at the ballpark at Rosemont. It's the USSSA Florida Pride 2 and the Chicago Bandits nothing on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. That's back with here as we start the top half of the second inning of play. Our tug-of-war throughout the season brought to us by Athletico. With over 330 locations, they have complimentary screenings, and they're on the web at Athletico.com. We'll head to the top half of the second inning of play. The Pride with a 2-0 lead. It will be the bottom of the order with Shipman, Willis, and then back to the top of the order with Natasha Watley. We have folks checking in, as we did last night, all across the country at YouTube on the Chicago Bandits page, as well as streaming at ChicagoBandits.com. Tim and Donna Patton checking in from Forsyth. And they also have Amber's Grandpa Han watching also. So welcome aboard, Grandpa. We appreciate your support of the NPF, and the Pattons, terrific fans of professional softball action for a long time. And they are hoping that the Bandits can claw their way back into this one. The Pride putting up 2 early runs in the ball game as that's bounced past Waldrop, but T-Will is right there for out number 1.
Great start to the inning by Lacey Waldrop. She was able to get the ground ball, and fortunately Tammy Williams is there to make the play. The always sure-handed Tammy Williams, one of the anchors to that left side, that defense you're going to see right here. Tammy Williams is right in front of it and has the strong arm, gets it over to Brittany Cervantes for the out.
Ashley Stutzman also checking in and just giving you guys a heads up, and now they finally posted up there saying the scoreboard wasn't up, but the bug is up there now. So thanks a lot, Ashley, for your enthusiasm for the NPF and your heads up there. We appreciate it. If you're just joining us, RBI triple off the bat of the former Bandit Megan Wiggins, getting the Pride on the board, and then Bridget Del Ponte driving her in with a base hit. Yeah, I tell you what, Eric, I think once Lacey settles down here and gets that, she really showed a very good off-speed pitch in the bullpen, and I think that's going to keep these Pride hitters off balance a little bit.
If she can just work the batters and work the off-speed pitches, she's going to be in good shape tonight.
Megan, of course, has also done some TV work in the softball world. Is that one? It catches the outside corner, so it's good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for Megan Willis and the Pride on that one.
Working that off-speed pitch, she's able to frame it well and able to nip the corner and is able to send down the former Bandits rookie, Megan Willis.
Our strikeouts brought to us by Cole Construction. Quality, on time, quality built by Cole Construction. Watley walked and scored back in the first, and you just kind of had a feeling that when she trotted down to first base, she was going to come across the plate. Usually, as a historical rule, about 65% of leadoff walks end up crossing the plate, and not only softball, but as well as in baseball. And not a good start to the ball game for the Bandits defensively.
It wasn't, because now they gave 2 runs to Kat Osterman, who once you give her a run, she's going to be extremely confident throughout the game.
1-1 pitch now to Natasha, and again, a good job, but it's a pretty tight strike zone tonight, and it stays outside. Once again, we've got international viewers out there tonight as Dale Leslie checking in from across the pond in Manchester, England. And he says, come on, Bandits tonight. All kinds of folks subscribing to YouTube as well, coming on for the first time. But one gentleman that certainly isn't checking in for the first time is James Wasson, as he comes in again from Fargo, North Dakota, watching the game tonight. Here's the 3-1 pitch to the former Bruin, and she slaps out and it misses, and we'll have our first 3and2sports.com payoff pitch of the evening. 210 down both lines here at the ballpark at Rosemont. 220 to straightaway center field. Here's the payoff. It's going to be a tough play now for Waldrop, and she's going to have to eat that one, as Watley is just way too fast to even attempt a throw on that one.
That's the same hit that got the Bandits last night when the game-winning run came across by Megan Wiggins. Those hits are always tough to defend.
So now we'll look for Watley to possibly try to get her second theft of the evening. So again, the pressure goes on to Edwards as well as Waldrop, because if you throw that off-speed pitch, you're giving Watley a little bit more of an advantage to get to second base. Kretschmann is the only strikeout victim swinging so far for the evening for the former Seminole. First pitch stays downstairs.
The Bandits are doing a really good job of pitching around Kelly Kretschmann, especially when that batting average is really intimidating.
Our good friend Farrah Spalding check in as well, and it certainly has been a long time, Farrah. We missed you. And once again, we give out the shout-out, of course, to the War Eagle, Brandy Malero. And hopefully she's going to be able to see some action soon. She's had some good power numbers early here for the Bandits, and getting a little bit of an opportunity in right field for Chicago. But hopefully will be the start of a long career for the former Tiger. Kretschmann in the hole now, as there goes Watley down to second base, and she will slide under the throw, but they got her either on the way in or on the way out. Either way, they end up able to throw out Natasha Watley to win the inning. So that force out, or that ground out, or the throw out there will go 2-4 to retire the side. So Kretschmann will end up leading off the Pride third. So in the inning for the visitors, they failed to score. They do pick up a base hit. Is there you're going to again get a pretty good look at the replay there. Edwards with the throw, and they rule, I believe, that she may have come off the base there, as on the call was Diane Carden on the tag there by Z. So again, no runs on one hit, no errors, and no Pride runners left on base. An inning and a half here in the books in the ballpark at Rosemont. Our second inning is brought to you in part by the Des Plaines Golf Center and Lake Park Course and Marina. You can check them out on the Des Plaines Park District website for family outdoor fun. 2-0, Pride over the Bandits, back after a brief timeout on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. The second inning now on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Our second inning also brought to us by Rosemont Health and Fitness. Rosemont Health and Fitness is a multi-purpose health club near Higgins and Manheim. Check them out on the web at rosemontfitness.com. Middle third of the Bandit order now with Brittany Cervantes, Danielle Zimkowitz, and Taylor Edwards to face the left-handed slants. And there you get a good look at the terrific numbers that Double Deuce has put up so far this season. Amongst the league leaders in hits, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, you name it, every offensive category, Brittany Cervantes is right there in the NPF. She's ahead in the count now.
Come to think of it, Mike, when she was picked up at the open tryouts, you would have thought that the Bandits would have drafted her, but she turned out to be gold in that tryout that year.
Former Wildcat now swings and misses at that one. And it is 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Cervantes. Danielle Zimkowitz on deck for Chicago. They went quietly in the first, 3 up and 3 down. And a good job by Cervantes to lay off that one, and we'll have another full count. Brittany in the game last night was 3 for 5 with a run scored. She had a base hit and a run scored in the 5th and singles in the 7th and 9th. And a good eye there by Double Deuce as she gets the leadoff walk for Chicago. So good start for the black and orange.
Terrific at bat by Brittany Cervantes. She was able to work the count and make Kat Oshman work, and she ultimately forced a walk, and now she's on first base for the first Bandits base runner of the evening.
So Danielle Zimkowitz with that average still over the 300 mark. Hitting now in the 5-hole tonight will stand in, and the Pride certainly expecting possible small ball here from the former Fighting Illini. Del Ponte creeping in at third base. Here's the bunt. It goes between the two of them. Nice job by Del Ponte to get over there in between Osterman and the circle and get her momentum towards first base to get the out for the Pride. Nicely done.
Terrific play by Bridget Del Ponte. The bunt went in between them, but Del Ponte was there to back it up and throw it over for the out.
So the put out goes 5-4. Nice job as well by Penley. Actually, that was Des Salvatore that stayed at first base, so it'll be a 5-3 on the put out. As you see the great athleticism there by the former Wildcat from Arizona. So Taylor Edwards, who left 5 runners on base last night for the Bandits, will stand in. Taylor was 0 for 5. She did throw out Megan Wiggins defensively. So now she's thrown out 2 runners in consecutive nights now with the throw out of Watley earlier.
She certainly has a frozen rope arm that we've seen her demonstrate so far this year. She's been a great pickup so far defensively and offensively for the Chicago Bandits.
Couple home runs on the early season here. 1-1 pitch is nubbed back to Osterman. She'll go with the underhand flip to G. Salvatore, and I think that Cervantes is kind of wishing that she would have went and took off for third base because Kat didn't really pay attention to her before going over there.
It's one of those decisions that can go either way. I mean, if she went over to third, at first I thought Kat Osterman actually caught the ball, but unfortunately Brittany Cervantes also played it safe.
Kat continuing her terrific performance in the circle this season as she's put up some terrific numbers with that 4-1 record of 1.21 earned run average. But the amazing thing is the over 10-to-1 ratio in strikeouts to walks. She's got 58 strikeouts and only 5 walks so far this season. Make it 59-5 now with the strikeout of Allard to start the game. So the rookie now, Vicky Galasso, will stand in. The designated players had limited playing time so far in the season for the Bandits. She comes in at .333 with 3 hits and 9 at-bats and a run scored. Glasso, another one of those products from a small college, making it to the big time here in the NPF. And swung on and missed, so now deuces are wild to the former star player. Over at Idaho State. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second for the Bandits. And a swing and a miss on that drop ball, so Kat Osterman picks up her second strikeout in as many innings. So the Bandits do threaten, but they fail to score. They get on base on the walk. There were no Pride errors and 1 runner left on base. 2 innings into the books here at the ballpark at Rosemont. It's the USSSA Florida Pride 2 and the Chicago Bandits nothing on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
Hoover, Alabama, August 14th through 18th. Get those tickets online at ProFastPitch.com. Come experience the NBF Championship Series Southern Style.
Ballpark at Rosemont as we head to the top half of the third inning of play, brought to you in part by Oral Healthcare Professionals and Dr. Jackson. Dr. Jackson providing unmatched comprehensive family dentistry in the western suburbs at Oral Healthcare Professionals. 2-3-0 for the Pride. Goose eggs across the board for the Chicago Bandits. As we head to the top half of the third inning of play, it'll be Kretschmann, Wiggins, and DeSalvatore to face the right-handed slants of Lacey Waldrop, the rookie for the Bandits. A lot of groups on hand here tonight as well at the ballpark, trying to get the home team going offensively. Kretschmann was a strikeout victim in her first at bat. Nice off-speed pitch there by Waldrop. The Warren waiver here, as you see the great numbers that Kretschmann has been able to put up so far, the former Crimson Tide from Alabama. Vernon Hills Stingers are in attendance tonight, along with the Illinois Shockwave and the McHenry Heatwave also joining us out here tonight. A little bit on the cool side for a late June day here in Chicago, but nonetheless very pleasant with low humidity. And a couple more nights on the docket here at the ballpark on Wednesday and Thursday night as well. Both with 7:05 starts. We'll have pregame coverage for you right around 6:50 or so, right here on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. So Lacey's ahead of her now. And tries to nibble a little bit, but the veteran isn't biting. Kretschmann did pick up her 6th consecutive successful stolen base in the game last night. That ball laced down the right field line. Long run for RT. She's not going to get there, but it's going to end up going foul about 6 inches to the right of the right field foul line.
The Bandits got lucky on that one. That one looked fair coming off the bat, but fortunate for RT, that one is foul just by 6 inches.
Boy, RT has had to do some running tonight. She had that long run on the triple by Wiggins and a diving attempt, and was playing Kretschmann towards right center field, and K-Squared was able to pull that one. Here you get a good look at the batting grip there by Kretschmann with the hands apart on the handle of the bat, as she's able to spoil that one off, and a souvenir for some unsuspecting fans there in the top row. You can email us at streaming@ChicagoBandits.com. Let us know where you're watching the game from. The 2-2 pitch is waved on and missed, so the second consecutive strikeout of Kretschmann for Lacey Waldrop. Nicely done.
Terrific job by Lacey Waldrop to work the play and also work Kelly Kretschmann. She did a great job of using that off-speed stuff that she's been doing so far, and she's able to get Kelly Kretschmann to go down for another strikeout.
Sarah Moulton and Alex Booker yelled their approval of the performance by the former Seminole. Gave Alex some kudos last night on her terrific handstand down the right field line in the ball game. Alex certainly one that loves the TV time whenever she can get it.
Should be a hit on Saturday Night Live. Lots of humor there.
The former Bandit coming in at 364, and that average certainly has gone up with the triple and the run scored, as that one is lace foul down the first base line. And the count evens up.
Strikeout earlier, Kelly Kreshman was actually Lacey Waldrop's third strikeout of the game.
Yeah, she put up, we talked about some of the numbers that she put up, 38 wins her junior season to set a single-season school record at Florida State. That ball is grounded, going to be a tough play for T-Will. She gets it over there in time. What a play!
No shortstop is better than Tammy Williams. Those are plays like that made her the Defensive Player of the Year last year. She has won the award twice, but a terrific play by T-Will to get that out. You're going to see on this replay, that ball is sliced up to the right side. Tammy Williams had to come over there and throw it in a hurry, respecting the speed of Megan Wiggins, and she's able to get it over to Brittany Cervantes for the out.
Nice job of scooping that ball up by Double Deuce, and that certainly goes in the rack as one of our potential Diamond Sports plays of the ball game.
She had a diving play last night when she tagged second base for the out with her glove.
So DeSalvatore now will come in. She walked back in the first inning of play, was stranded there. Gianna picked up home run number 2 of the season in last night's game. And now getting an opportunity to play the field tonight after being the designated player for Coach Davenport in last night's affair. That ball slashed past Patton for a base hit. Moss will get it in quickly, so the Pride pick up hit number 4 off of Waldrop.
Third baseman, Bridget Del Ponte.
Ball game last night, of course, went to the international tiebreaker. In the 10th inning, both teams getting a runner on second base with nobody out. And the Pride were able to be successful in that situation, as now Del Ponte will stand in. The Pride were able to get an infield hit by Wiggins. Really the key in that situation was, again, getting that runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. The Bandits failed in their half as they lined into a double play in the outfield. Del Ponte gets hit in fair territory. The umpires missed it. The throw goes down to second base. Let's see if the Bandits here are going to possibly appeal this situation. That ball went off of Del Ponte in fair territory.
There was clear interference there. Del Ponte ran right into that. Taylor Edwards is talking there.
Let's see if we can get a replay on that, guys. That ball hit her in fair territory. So runners now on first and second. There's the ball hitting there right in fair territory.
Right on the legs.
I'm really amazed that the Bandits did not went ahead and tried to protest. It looks like Z is pointing that way. So it will go as a base hit.
That was a terrible missed call right there. I mean, it was right off of Bridget Del Ponte's legs. Kicked it right away from Lacey Waldrop.
So 2 on now with 2 outs for Penley, as that ball stays downstairs. And the count evens up. Chris Whitmer is checking in and from Iowa City, joining us here. Thanks very much for the kind words, Chris, and we appreciate your loyalty and support of National Pro Fast Pitch. We have an unidentified fan watching from his recliner in the living room on his big screen TV, and we certainly appreciate that.
Well, that's one way to relax.
Absolutely. And certainly the game last night was not one for the faint of heart. Deuces are wild now with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here to the former Sooner from Oklahoma, Shelby Penley, as the Pride again threaten here to try to add to their 2-0 lead. And now we'll see the old merry-go-round as De Salvatore will be running towards third base, and Del Ponte will be streaking towards second after the release of the ball here by Waldrop. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a 3-2sports.com payoff coming up here from Lacey Waldrop. She goes into the wind, grounded slowly down to Cervantes. She'll pick it up on the second hop, and she'll get it for the unassisted putout to retire the side. So a nice job by Lacey to pitch out of a minor jam there. As the Pride failed to score, they do pick up 2 base hits. No errors, and the Pride now have left 4 runners on in 3 innings of offensive softball. Our third inning tonight is also brought to us by Kings Lanes. They're located right across the street at the beautiful MB Financial Park in Rosemont. 2.5 innings in the books here at the ballpark at Rosemont. It's cowbell time here in Rosemont. 2-0, the Pride over the Bandits on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Bottom half of the third inning coming up here at the ballpark at Rosemont. Stay tuned at top of the 5th inning of play. Alec Giannakopoulos will have a special guest in the Bandits dugout, our in-game interview feature. But right now, some business and some work to be done here for the Black and Orange, as they'll go at the bottom of the order here with R.T. Cantillo, Brenna Moss, and then back to the top of the order with Emily Allard to face the veteran Kat Osterman. RT did not play in the ball game last night as she grounds that one foul. The former Rebel from Mississippi coming in with 3 base hits and 15 at-bats this season, and she's able to score 3 times as well. Been playing a solid right field for the Bandits. And now she's quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Once again, pinpoint control by the former Longhorn from Texas, Kat Osterman. Boy, Osterman and Willis have worked together for so long and so well. They know these hitters. They know how to approach them, and have just been so successful both at the collegiate and professional level, as that one is foiled away by RT. Nicely done. And it certainly helps when you have a battery mate that knows your tendencies and knows the hitters and knows exactly what to do in what particular situation.
The pitcher and catcher relationship is one of the most important relationships to have, because if they work off each other, they have to work together in order to have a successful game. And I think that's kind of the strategy behind bringing in Tatum Edwards and Taylor Edwards.
And RT could not check up on that 72-mile-an-hour fastball, so the second consecutive strikeout for Osterman, her 3rd of the ball game, and her 61st of the season. So the former Bulldog from Fresno State now will stand in, and you know, you got to go with an approach on Osterman to try to take the ball the other way. Easier said than done, as that one's right on the knees on the outside corner for strike 1.
Kat Osterman's had trouble pitching to rookies this season, and so far tonight she hasn't had a problem with Bandits rookies.
Brenna was 0 for 3 in the game with a strikeout last night, and that curveball hits the outside corner as well, and she certainly is on right now with her delivery and her motion. Brenna takes that one outside as Willis was ready to throw it down to third for a strike 3 call, but no dice. Once again, our Orange Crush LLC umpiring crew tonight. Bob Sells behind the plate. And swung on and missed, and Willis will throw it down on the drop third strike to DeSalvatore. So 2 up and 2 down, and now 3 consecutive punch-outs for Cat Osterman.
Cat Osterman doing a great job at working the corners and throwing strikes to these Bandits hitters, and she's just blazing them right past them.
Not overpowering as much as Monica Abbott, but certainly pinpoint control and movement. And that one went right off the top of the table for strike 1. Emily had a nice game last night, 2 for 5 with an infield hit and a slap single to the opposite field. And that's the approach she's going to have to take here tonight as well.
So far tonight, only 3 Bandits batters have been able to make contact off Cat Osterman.
The 1-1 pitch to the former Wildcat is chopped on and missed. The Training Support Center Great Lakes Honor Guard presented the colors prior to the game tonight, and a nice job on the national anthem by Karina Milano. 1-2 pitch on the corner. Didn't quite get the call, as both the Longhorns thought they needed that one for strike 3.
Something I've noticed, Mike, is umpires that I've seen so far this season are a little bit gun-shy to call strike 3.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that time they do get the strikeout, so Osterman strikes out the side. Everybody swinging by the Bandits here in the 3rd inning of play. So goose eggs across the board, no runs, hits, or errors, no Bandit runners left on base. We'll head to the top half of the 4th inning of play. Our 4th inning throughout the campaign is brought to us by Global Security Group. It's home of today's worldwide security and investigations, and they secure answers as well as peace of mind to their clients. 2-0 lead for the USSSA Florida Pride over the Chicago Bandits. Eric Katz here with the play-by-play in the 4th inning after this brief timeout on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
On the Don Q Lounge, visit ChicagoBandits.com.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark here in Rosemont. 2-0 in favor of the USSSA Pride, and they have 2 runs on 5 hits. Right now, the Bandits are still in search of getting their first hit of the ball game off of Cat Osterman. And leading off for the Pride is number 14, Lauren Chamberlain.
Last time we checked, Eric, there was a rain delay in that ball game between the Dallas Charge and the Akron Racers.
Ground foul to the left.
So was the trade of Mr. Saad a surprise to you?
One of our interns, Jason Lowenthal, he actually announced in the room, and it kind of caught us off guard. We're like, what? No way. I was shocked at the whole situation on that front.
Yeah, I think Stan Bowman was backed into a corner and did everything he could do, and he kind of crunched the numbers there. And
from what I heard, Brandon Saad was trying to get something out of the Hawks cap range, which was, I believe, reportedly $7.5 million. Here's a pitch from Waldrop. Takes that one for a ball.
Yeah, I think it ended up at 6.5 over 6 years, but nonetheless, he will certainly be the man in Columbus now.
2-2 now to Lauren Chamberlain. That one is fouled, went right off of her.
Major League action tonight. The Cubs leading the Mets in the top half of the 7th, 1-0. The White Sox in St. Louis are scoreless in the top half of the 3rd down in Cardinal country.
You're going to see the replay here as Lauren Chamberlain just fouls that one right off. That one is hit to Tammy Williams. On a bouncing throw, gets Lauren Chamberlain out at first place.
Nice job there on the scoop by Double Deuce for out number 1. Boy, Brittany Cervantes started off as a right fielder for the Bandits. Was eventually switched over to first base as she took over for Elisa Goller, who then became a designated player and then was eventually traded. And she has really developed into not only a star in this league offensively, as there's a long ball, Eric.
And Moss gets under that for the out. Great hustle by Brenna Moss to get that out. That was a long shot by Madison Shipman.
And getting back to Brittany, of course, developing into one of the star offensive players in this league, as Emily Allard approves that situation.
Another entertaining figure.
She really enjoys playing the game.
Yep, also enjoys giving back. There's a ground ball at T-Will. Throws it over to Brittany Cervantes for the out. So the Pride go down 3 up and 3 down here. We head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 in favor of the USSSA Pride. You're watching Chicago Bandits softball on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
The Vernon Hills Stingers. The Illinois Shockwave.
Q Rum Runner Lounge, which is located down the right field line. The Don Q Rum Runner Lounge is available for parties of 10 to 50 people here at the ballpark at Rosemont.
Free consultation or check out your Bandits program for more information. Total Athletic Care.
All right, we're back here at the ballpark in Rosemont. 2-0 in favor of the USSSA Pride. And the Bandits, and coming into this inning, are still searching for their first hit of the ball game. And due up for the Bandits is Amber Patton, Tammy Williams, and Brittany Cervantes. So far tonight, Brittany Cervantes has been the only base runner for the Chicago Bandits tonight.
Tatum Edwards taking a page out of the Alex Booker book as she gets a little bit of handstand exercise there down the right field line in between innings.
This is Amber Patton. She's coming into the game hitting .407 with no home runs and 6 knocked in. Five strikeouts tonight so far for the big ace, Kat Osterman. That one is fouled. 0-1 now to Amber Patton.
It's now 63 strikeouts with 5 walks on the season. It's a 12-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
That is that's probably the sickest control I've ever seen. The 0-1 offering. That one is popped up. And leaning over to make the catch is the left fielder. That was Natasha Watley to get the out.
That's the first ball hit out of the infield tonight for the Bandit offense.
And here's Tammy Williams. So far tonight, Tammy is 0 for 1. She grounded out to the first baseman. That was Gianna DeSalvatore. 1-0 now to Williams.
Check out the Bandits website for their ticket fundraiser feature.
The 1-0 offering.
You can pick up vouchers for as little as $4 a piece or upper box vouchers for $5 each and sell them to earn money for your program.
Here's the pitch from Osterman. Outside, and it's going to be 2-1 to the former Northwestern product.
The vouchers are good for any home game during the season, excluding the games on August the 1st and 2nd for the rest of this year.
That one is again outside, almost in the same spot, and it's going to be 3-1. Wind's starting to pick up out in center field, blowing right toward the booth. And Tammy Williams is on first base now with a walk.
That's her third free pass of the series as Roman 4 approves that bat there by T. Will. And let's see what the Bandits can do as they bring the tying run up now in the form of Brittany Cervantes.
Here's Brittany Cervantes. She comes into the game batting .429 with 4 home runs and 13 knocked in.
Getting back to that fundraiser situation, great opportunity for softball teams, baseball teams, Girl Scout troops, youth groups, not-for-profits, churches, etc., to sell tickets to an exciting event and raise money for your group.
Here's the 0-1 offering. That one stays low, and it's going to be 1-1 to Brittany Cervantes, the open tryout signee. It's amazing, Mike, what I've noticed with the Bandits organization is how many opportunities they have for the fans to partake. 1-1. That one is laced, but it's going to be foul to the left side.
Had the distance, but not the right shape on that one.
I could tell you if that ball would have stayed fair, this place would have gone berserk.
Now Brittany, a little bit early on that one, but certainly got the barrel of the bat out on Osterman.
All week long, she's really been particularly hitting the ball well. Here's the 1-2. That one stays upstairs, and it's going to even it up at 2-2.
Cat trying to get that ball right underneath the hands of Double Deuce.
So far tonight, she's been doing a great job at working the corners. Here's the 2-2. That one is laced, and it's a home run! 5th home run of the year for Brittany Cervantes, and we have a whole new ball game. Wow, what a shot by Brittany Cervantes all the way to right field.
So Tammy Williams comes in front of her on the blast to the opposite field. Again, that approach of going the other way, and Cervantes able to get it about 2 rows back into the bleachers in the outfield. RBIs 14 and 15 on the season from the former Wildcat from Kentucky. And with that blast now, Cervantes also moving into the top spot in the league with 5 dingers. What a shot.
Like I said, Mike, the place went berserk.
So we have a brand new ball game right now, and the first hit is a dandy for the black and orange.
That one's fouled off, and this is Danielle Zimkowitz. So far tonight, she is 0 for 1. Last time up, she grounded out to Bridget Del Ponte. Mike, this team this season has a lot of fight. They're always coming back and making the games interesting, even if the score is as high as 5-1. Takes that one for a ball. It's going to be 1-1.
Andrew Futrell has subscribed to us here on YouTube, so welcome on board, Andrew, with the NPF action. We've got a viewer from France, Delphine Schwartz, checking in.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. That one is chopped, but right into the glove of the second baseman, Shelby Penley, who gets the out.
Well, we've certainly gone international now with our good friend Dale Leslie and now Delphine Schwartz. So we've got one viewer from Manchester, England, and another one from France.
This is Taylor Edwards, the catcher. Last time up, she grounded out to Kat Osterman.
It's got to be pretty late over there, I would think.
Some people can keep their eyes open for a long period of time.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a swing and a miss for strike one. 0-1 now to Taylor Edwards, the former now.
And the thing that was impressive about that is she put that right over the center field wall now at about 15 miles an hour. It's kind of picked up here and gotten a little bit chilly tonight. Powerful swing there by the former Cornhusker.
There's a swing and a miss for strike three. But the Bandits do tie up the game thanks to a Brittany Cervantes 2-run home run. We're heading now to the top of the 5th inning. Alex is going to have Megan Blank for an interview. You're watching Chicago Bandits softball on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
All right, we're gonna have a little competition. This side is gonna be go. All right, so right down the middle. You guys are gonna be go. All right, you guys are gonna be bandits. All right, so.
Efforts to raise funds for ALS, the Les Turner Foundation here, and trying to wipe out a terrible disease here all across the country, and great efforts by the Bandits to partner with ALS on that particular fundraising situation. Our 5th inning tonight is brought to us by American Chartered Bank. Bank where the pros bank at American Chartered Bank. Quick scoreboard update for you. It's the Dallas Charge 2 and the Akron Racers 1 as the Charge have picked up two runs in their half of the 3rd inning of that ball game down in Texas. And let's go ahead and send it right down now to Alec Giannakopoulos, as he's got a former Hawkeye from Iowa City joining him here for the in-game interview. Take it away, Alec.
On the dugout with Megan Blank. Megan, you had an awesome career at Iowa. You graduated this year. I have 2 more years at the institution. How would you describe your 4 years at one of the best places on the planet, Iowa City?
First of all, go Hawks. I had an awesome time at Iowa. I mean, it was a pretty easy decision for me because I have a lot of family ties to Iowa City and, the university. My mom's an alum. My dad grew up in Iowa City. So it was a lot of fun to, get the family all back together and just be back in a second home. And, I mean, that's exactly what it was. The team is like family. And I can't, say enough about my time there.
And you mentioned the team, and you have your name and several records at the university. With your legacy at Iowa, how often do you keep in touch with the softball program there?
A lot. Our team was super close, and I might even be going back there. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll definitely stay in touch. All those girls are like sisters to me, and the coaches are, like parents. So.
And with the coaches, you cited that the coaching staff, Mara Looper, and the softball coaching staff, is a big reason why you made it to the pro circuit here. What about your game do you most credit the help of the softball coaching staff?
I think, Coach B definitely helped push me on defense for sure. Coming in as a freshman, the game speeds up, and I think she helped me realize that. And I mean, every year she helped me get better and better. And I think, if I'm right, I think my errors went down like every single year. So huge credit to Coach B for that. And then the hitting coach at the time, Stacy May, who is an alum of the Bandits, she helped me a lot to grow into the hitter that I am today.
And your first full month of the regular season is in the books here. How would you describe getting acclimated and getting your feet wet here at the MPF stage?
It's been a lot of fun. The level of competition is even that much higher than in college. And all the players here are the best of the best from college. So it's super exciting getting to play with and against the best softball players in the world.
And what do you wish to gain or experience in your first year with the Bandits?
I don't know, just learning from what everyone else has to offer. There's girls here that everyone's from a different program, so just getting to hear what all these other programs are teaching, just kind of a learning experience for sure in my first year. Learn really from the best of the best.
And finally, I noticed you have a kind of peculiar walk-up music with the 80s hit "Don't You Forget About Me." What was the decision process that led you
One, it kind of complements my personality. I'm fairly laid back. And two, I was inspired after seeing Pitch Perfect. Plus, I love The Breakfast Club. So I think, just a culmination of all of that, and it just seems to fit perfectly. I've had it since my junior year of college.
Okay, well, congratulations on making it this far, and best of luck down the road.
Thank you.
Go Hawks, guys.
Thanks, Alec. A terrific interview right there. Terrific movie choices also, Mike.
Yes, it was, as Watley now has moved over to third base on the pass ball there by Taylor Edwards.
2-0 on Megan Wiggins, and 1 out, and a runner on third base in Natasha Watley. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Taken outside, 3-0 now to Megan Wiggins. So far tonight, Wiggins has had a triple, which brought in the first run of the ball game. She also grounded out to Tammy Williams. Takes that one for a strike, and it's 3-1.
In that ball game between the Racers and the Charge, Ellie Yamada, the former Chicago Bandit, picking up both RBIs with a 2-run home run in the Charge third inning.
That one is grounded. It gets past Tammy Williams, and Natasha Watley is going to come around to score. Second RBI tonight for Megan Wiggins, and the USSSA Pride have now regained the lead, 3-2.
So Megan Wiggins continuing to the party here for the Bandits at home. Wiggins now has entered double-digit land with her 10th and 11th RBIs of the season. Nice effort there by Tammy, but just too much mustard on that ball to her left.
This is Gianna DeSalvador. So far tonight, she has walked, and she also has a single. There's the pitch. That one's getting over the... And that's the second thrown out stolen baseman of the night for Taylor Edwards.
Boy, she is really showing off a laser beam for an arm as she got that ball right to the bag. Easy for the infielder to apply that tag when the ball is coming right in there on the first base side of the second base bag.
There's the 1-0 offering. Takes that one for a ball. Good check by DeSalvatore.
2-6 on the put out there as the former Cornhusker continuing her prowess behind the plate. Been struggling a little bit lately offensively, but she certainly has not taken it on the defensive end of things.
She's a terrific defensive catcher. She really has an arm back there. I think the USSSA Pride will think twice about testing the arm. First base to get the out. Huge play by Amber Patton. Talk about a web gem, Mike.
Great her left on that one, and had the presence of mind to keep it in front of her and get the out.
So that's the third out of the inning, but unfortunately the USSSA Pride do push a run across thanks to an RBI single by Megan Wiggins. We head now to the bottom of the fifth inning, 3-2 in favor of the USSSA Florida Pride. You're watching Chicago Bandits softball on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
spine defeat are experts provide extraordinary.
Final score and an update, the USA women's soccer team with a 2-0 shutout over Germany to advance to the finals in the World Cup there. So congratulations to the USA with that huge win. Our sixth inning tonight is brought to us by Deljo Heating and Cooling, striving to make our every service affordable and convenient at Deljo Heating and Cooling.
Here's Vicky Galasso, who's the designated player tonight. Last time up, she struck out. There's the swing and a miss. Strike one. 0-1 now to the former Idaho State product.
Drop us a line. It's streaming at ChicagoBandits.com. Let us know where you're watching the game tonight.
The 0-1 offering. There's another strike, and it's 0-2 now to Vicky Galasso. She's currently the backup catcher behind Taylor Edwards. She was signed via open tryout this year. That one stays low, and it's going to be 1-2.
Still another 5 games in this homestand after tonight.
There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Kyle Osterman. That's the second time Galasso has gone down swinging.
6 punch out for the former Longhorn from Texas.
Here's R.T. Cantillo. Last time up, she struck out swinging against Kat Osterman. Here's the pitch from Osterman. There's a strike, right on the money.
White Sox have now taken a 1-0 lead over the Cardinals in the top half of the fourth, behind Chris Sale.
The 0-1 offering. Tell you, Chris Sale is just having a tough year, having some heartbreaking defeats.
Yeah, there's talk out there about putting him on the trade market to try to get a blockbuster deal to rebuild the White Sox. But you hate to give up that kind of a gem, especially a very contract-friendly pitcher in this day and age. We found that out with the Chicago Blackhawks with the trade of Brandon Saad today.
2-1 offering. That one is grounded right to Osterman. Throws it over and gets the out. 1-3 on the putout.
55.
Sports, unfortunately, today being driven more and more by the economic forces, especially in hockey, because they don't have the big multi-billion-dollar contract like they do in football, so limited amount of shekels to go around.
Here's Brenna Moss. Last time up, she struck out. Right on the corner for strike one. 0-1 to Brenna Moss, the former Fresno State product. Here's the 0-1 offering. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. As you're talking about, Mike, I'm starting to see money is more and more a factor in sports today than it ever has been. Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Brenna Moss goes down swinging on 3 pitches, and so do the Bandits go down 1-2-3. We head now to the top of the 6th inning. It's 3-2 in favor of the USSSA Pride. You're watching Chicago Bandits softball on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
We'll work with you to stay within your budget without sacrificing.
Here to the beautiful ballpark at Rosemont. Our 6th inning is brought to us in part by Cole Construction. Cole Construction is the best in-class provider of commercial carpentry, drywall, plastering, acoustical ceilings, and much more. Quality built, on time, every time, at Cole Construction. 3-6-1 for the USSSA Pride, 2-1-0 for the Chicago Bandits. The 2-run home run by Brittany Cervantes has got the black and orange right back in this one. The Pride able to take a lead in this one on a single RBI single by Megan Wiggins in their half of the 5th inning of play. Here in the top half of the 6th inning for the visitors, it'll be Del Ponte, Penley, and Chamberlain to face the rookie Lacey Waldrop. Little Fister on the play, and Z is right there as she ranges to her right and is able to corral it in the web for out number 1.
Terrific play by Danielle Zimkowitz. She knew right off the bat that was going near her direction. She was able to hustle over and save the Bandits a hit.
Shelby Penley is 0 for 2 in the ball game so far tonight, now 1 for 5 in the series with a run scored. As she stands in now off the left-hand side. There is action in the Bandit bullpen, and once again it's Monica Abbott loosening up down there. She took the loss in the game last night.
She also gave up her first run in 2 outings.
Here's the 1-0 pitch and a nice breaking pitch. Chris Sale helping his cause in that ball game as he picked up his first career hit and also scored the run for the Pale Hose.
I don't really see that too often in the American League anymore, a pitcher getting a hit because of the designated hitter.
Yeah, I don't think Chris has had many opportunities to swing the stick.
How do you feel about the designated hitter rule?
I love it in the American League. I know the National League, there's been some push for it, but there's also some pushback from some of the owners. Of course, there's the economic reasons for that as well, because you're adding some more payroll. Because the Pride have out-hit the Bandits 6-1, Eric.
Yes, indeed. But the Bandits are still in this one with 2 runs, thanks to a Brittany Cervantes 2-run homer.
3-1 pitch is grounded sharply. T-Wo on the backhand and the laser beam throw for out number 2. Nicely done.
Tammy Williams tonight has really been sucking up all those balls hitting her direction. The left side of the infield of the Bandits is a real vacuum cleaner over there.
Almost was able to get that one that was hit by Wiggins as well. Had her played perfectly, good form, and of course the throw with the momentum going towards first, right on the money to Cervantes. So Lauren Chamberlain, who's 0 for 2 so far, and Waldrop now will stand in. Lauren now 1 for 6 in the series. She did have a walk in the ball game last night as well. Getting play a designated player, which a little bit of an adjustment for her. Adjustment for anybody who's used to being out in the field and then trying to keep active in between innings and keeping sharp. Del Ponte has been able to do it successfully. De Salvatore has been able to do it successfully for the Pride. And now both Waldrop and Edwards will convene here with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the top half of the 6th inning of play. And the Pride holding on to the same score they won the ball game by last night. Lacey's been doing a really good job of changing speeds throughout the ball game. Sharp grounder past Patton. So the Pride had themselves a 2-out base runner on the single by Lauren Chamberlain. Her second hit of the series.
Great hit by Lauren Chamberlain. She was able to get it past Amber Patton as she was using the power that she possesses to get it past Amber Patton.
She gave it a shot there. She was hugging the line as it scoots just underneath the glove and rolls out towards Brenna Moss. So Madison Shipman, the Rookie of the Year in the NPF now, will stand in. Laces it right to the glove of Tammy. She can't hold on to it on a valiant effort. And now the Pride getting something cooking here with 2 outs.
Oh, tough play for Tammy Williams. That was a rocket shot by Madison Shipman. and Tammy Williams had to dive out for that one, as Tammy Williams couldn't quite get a grip on that one.
So Amanda Kamikona now is going to come in and pinch hit for Megan Willis. Kamikona struck out against Abbott as a pinch hitter for Madison Shipman in the 9th inning last night. And now we'll take a look at the great effort by the former Wildcat from Northwestern. Also, Brajay Washington now is going to come in, and she will run at second base for Lauren Chamberlain.
Brajay Washington. And pinch hitting for USSSA, number 47, Amanda Kamikona. Kamikona batting for the catcher, Megan Willis.
Certainly a lot of use of the bench that Coach Davenport has been doing in this series.
Running for Chamberlain at second base.
Kamikona coming in at 188 on the season. And she has yet to pick up a home run or an RBI. She has scored a run. And the former Bruin from UCLA now with the open stance from the right-hand side. And a bouncing ball on the first pitch out to Z. And Danielle will throw it over to Brittany Cervantes. So one pitch and one out here by Waldrop on the 4-3 putout to get out of any trouble here in the Pride 6th. So in the inning for the red, white, and blue, they failed to score. They do pick up a couple base hits. There were no banded errors and 2 runners left on. The Pride now have left 7 on in 6 innings of offensive work. So Megan Willis now will be reinserted into the catcher position for the Pride. We will head to the bottom half of the 6th inning of play. Some work to do here for the home team. They trail at 3-2 on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Welcome back here to the ballpark at Rosemont as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning of play. We're sorry about the buffering issue, Susan Kretschmann. We'll continue to try to work on it. It's an internet issue that's out of our control, but pictures are starting to come in a little bit better here, so we'll keep working on it. We've got a reinsertion now for the Chicago Bandits. As they come up now in the bottom half of the 6th inning of play. And it's going to be Sammy Marshall, the former Leatherneck. Oh, check that. No, it's going to be Megan Blank coming in to bat for Emily. So Megan, who had the nice interview with Alec Giannakopoulos, now the former Hawkeye, will stand in here and pinch hit for Allard. Megan has shown herself very well so far in her rookie season, hitting at .240, 6 hits and 25 at-bats with a couple runs scored and 4 runs driven in for the rookie this year.
I was a little surprised with Megan Blank coming in to pinch hit for Emily Allard.
Amber Patton on deck for the Bandits, who trail at 3-2. And a nice drop ball there by Kat for strikeout number 8 on the evening.
Third baseman, number 12, Amber.
1 in the first, 1 in the second, struck out the side in the third, 2 more in the 5th, and now 1 here in the 6th for Kat. Amber Patton is 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. And now 1 for 6 in the series with a run scored and an RBI. High chopper to Shipman. The laser beam throw across to DeSalvatore. And quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the Bandits' 6th.
Great play again by Madison Shipman. She's doing a great job at defending the Bandit chop and positioning herself right in front of the ball to get the out and also to gun down the speedy Amber Patton.
The Charge still leading the Racers in that ball game. On the 2-run home run off the bat of Ellie Yamada, and they're probably in a rain delay again because they've been in the bottom of the 3rd for quite a while over there. Down in McKinney, Texas.
The 50-50 raffle ticket winning number tonight. Check your tickets.
These teams will go at it the next 2 nights as well with 7:05 starts. And then the Pennsylvania Rebellion will come in.
749, the 50-50 raffle winning number.
Been a while since we've seen the Rebellion here at home. Last time we saw them here in Rosemont was the exhibition in late May.
Little slap hit towards left center field. Natasha Watley on the run, and she'll come in and make the catch in shallow left field to retire the side. So another 3 up and 3 down inning for Kat Osterman and the Pride defense. No runs, hits, or errors, and no Bandit runners left on base. 6 innings in the books here at the ballpark at Rosemont. The Pride still hold on by the slimmest of margins as they lead the Bandits 3-2 here on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com.
Still and online.
As we head to the top half of the 7th inning, again, thanks to the Beacon Academy crew with Bilal Mohammed producing tonight. Max Arnold directing with Caroline Muller doing a great job on the character generator. Brendan Culleton along with Rebecca Pasteris and Sarah Mogatich. And Allison Ward helping out on the camera crew tonight. A new pitcher now for the Chicago Bandits is Tatum Edwards, the former Cornhusker for Nebraska, coming in for Lacey Waldrop. And Eric, I was very impressed with the moxie and the calm that was displayed in the circle tonight by the rookie Lacey Waldrop.
Indeed, Lacey Waldrop did a great job at pretty much keeping herself composed despite giving up two runs early. She was able to keep calm even then, even through the 5th inning when she gave up the leading run.
So the book is closed on the former Seminole from Florida State. She pitches 5 innings, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. As the pitch by Edwards, just a little bit outside. Waldrop walked 2 in the game. Check that 3. She walked 2 in the 1st, and another one in the 5th inning of action. The 1-2 pitch now to Watley stays downstairs, and the count evens up. And she was able to pick up 3 strikeouts in the game, so 3 walks and 3 strikeouts for Waldrop, and asserted herself very well against one of the top teams in the league. Little slap hit goes right to T. Will for out number 1.
Tammy has certainly been busy over in shortstop.
Yeah, her 5th putout of the evening. So K-squared, Kelly Kretschmann now will stand in. She's picked up a couple strikeouts tonight, also had a nice sacrifice bunt back in the 5th. One of the top hitters in the NPF standing in, came out at 447 to start this evening's action.
Bandits have done a nice job of keeping her bat at bay.
Also picked up her 6th consecutive stolen base on the season earlier. Delphine Shorts checking in with us again from France, telling us that she's from the northeastern portion by Germany, and a nice play again by T. Wolf for put out number 7, and that was a dandy.
Indeed, Tammy Williams rushed over to the ball, and the ball hit by Kelly Kretschmann as she was able to get the out. It was a nice flying play, as you're going to see right here. It was a chopper by Kretschmann. Tammy Williams with the bare glove and threw it over to Brittany Cervantes for the second out.
That is a defensive play. Move there by Tammy Williams. That is not an easy play, especially with a left-handed hitter up with speed in Kretschmann. So Megan Wiggins now standing in. Right now she's got the game-winning RBI in this game. She had an RBI triple in the first and an RBI single back in the 5th. Picking up RBIs 10 and 11 on the season.
If the game holds up to what it is now, that will be the second game in a row that Megan Wiggins has come up clutch.
One pitch is going to stay upstairs. Tatum had a rough outing the last time out on the road and trying to get back on the track here, and the Bandits certainly are going to need her as the campaign continues. Depth in your staff is something that you certainly need as you go through the wars here in the NPF, and with all the pitching matchups going on in these series coming up down in Hoover. You want to go 5 deep on that staff. Here's the 3-1 offering now to Megan Wiggins. Grounded sharply towards the left to Z. Her throw across, and Wiggins is able to beat it with some good speed off the left-handed side. And Z did everything she could on that one with her momentum heading towards the line.
You're going to see in the replay here, it's a chopper and a tough play for Danielle Zimkowitz. She defends it well going all the way into right field. Throws it over to Brittany Cervantes. And Megan Wiggins, it was pretty much another bang-bang play.
Tie goes to the runner. So let's see if she'll test the arm of Taylor Edwards again, as Gianna DeSalvatore now will stand in. Gianna so far is 1 for 2 officially with a walk in the first inning of play. DeSalvatore now 2 for 7 in the series with that big home run in the game last night. Pride had the stolen base early by Watley to go 17 of 20 as a team, but now they're 17 of 22 after Edwards has thrown out 2 runners tonight. Grounded sharply past T-Will into center field, so DeSalvatore has her second hit of the evening, and the Pride now have entered into double-digit land with hits now with 10.
Yes, they've out-hit the Bandits tonight. The Bandits have only been able to get 1 hit, but that was the home run by Brittany Cervantes.
So Bridget Del Ponte now coming up, and this is a huge out that the Bandits are trying to get here with 2 outs to keep it close and have an opportunity against Kat Osterman, and they will have Cervantes leading off their half of the 7th.
Mike Davenport has an interesting decision to make. He either can keep Kat Osterman in for the full game, or he can go to his closer, Jordan Taylor.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say he's going to go with number 8. Taylor's done a good job there. She picked up the save last night, but I think Kat has things pretty much in hand with 8 strikeouts tonight, and she has walked only 2 batters. Nice play by Z to her left, and this time she has the time to throw out Del Ponte. So nice job by Tatum Edwards to keep things under control here as the Pride again strand 2. In the inning, no runs on 2 base hits, no banded errors, and those 2 runners left on. So the Pride tonight have stranded 9. We will head to the bottom half of the 7th inning of play. It'll be Cervantes, Zimkowitz, and Edwards due up. The Bandits need 1 to tie and 2 to win against Kat Osterman as they trail at 3-2 here on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. Tune after the game tonight as we will name our Boomba player of the ball game as well as our Diamond Sports play of the contest here on YouTube and ChicagoBandits.com. The 2015 National Pro Fast Pitch Championship Series will be held in Hoover, Alabama on August the 14th through the 18th at Hoover Metropolitan Stadium. Get your tickets online at ProFastPitch.com. Lots of great events and great ticket packages. That's ProFastPitch.com. Brittany Cervantes to lead it off. She's got the only hit off of Cat. It was a 2-run home run to right center field to pull the Bandits even at that particular point of the ball game back in the bottom of the fourth. Brittany's 5th round tripper of the season, her first 2 RBIs of the series.
Brittany Cervantes has certainly picked up right where she left off from last year.
She's had a lot of big home runs, not only in her professional, but also her collegiate career at Kentucky. Looking to get on here. She did lead off the second inning with a walk as well, so that on-base percentage continues to climb. Cervantes came in with an .810 slugging percentage and a .529 on base. And now she's ahead of her, 3 balls and a strike as Osterman pitching very carefully now to Double Deuce. Danielle Zimkowitz is on deck for the black and orange. Let's see what Brittany can do here on a hitter's count. And a pitcher's pitch on that one, and we'll have a 3and2sports.com payoff now. A huge pitch here in this softball matchup. The Bandits trying to stay alive here in this ball game, and the Pride trying to pull within a half a game of first place in the NPF regular season standings. That ball hit towards center field, but the wind's going to knock it down for Wiggins, and she'll make the grab in medium deep center field for out number 1.
Brittany Cervantes hit that one out almost to dead center, right into the swirling wind coming right at us, and Megan Wiggins was able to put that one away.
I tell you what, on a normal night here, that ball might have a chance to get out of here, but that wind now is really starting to gale in. And now they are going to go to the bench here once again, and they're going to bring in a pinch hitter, Danielle Zimkowitz.
It looks like Natalie Hernandez is down there warming up.
So the former Flame from UIC will come to the dish. She had a strikeout and a pinch-hitting role in last night's game.
She has 1 home run on the season also.
She pinch hit for A.J. Andrews in the game last night, coming in with 2 hits and 15 at-bats, including that home run. Taylor Edwards has got home run powers on deck, but right now that wind continuing to gale right over the center field wall at about 15 to 20 miles an hour.
Definitely not a hitter's night for anybody with the way that wind is coming in on us.
Watley, Wiggins, and Kretschmann playing medium deep and straight away for the former Flame from UIC, and now the count evens up. Dallas and Akron are still in rain delay theater down in Texas in the bottom of the third after the 2-run home run by Ellie Yamada brought the charge with the lead. Good job by Hernandez now to put the count full here. Trying to get on base and get that tying run on for Taylor Edwards. Going to go foul down the right field line on that shot, Salvatore. The count will remain at 2-2. Good job by Hernandez to fight that one off and take that approach to the opposite field. – Stokes and Norris was the pitching matchup in that one down in Texas. 2-2 the count. 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 2-2 the Thanks again to everybody for checking in on YouTube and streaming at ChicagoBandits.com tonight. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Hernandez. And that is strikeout number 9, and now the Bandits are down to their last out. Taylor so far in the game is 0 for 2. And she is hitless now in 7 trips to the dish here in this series. She's got the power to tie this one up. She's hit 2 out so far this season. She's able to foul that one off for strike 1.
I think what Coach Stewart putting into place is swing on first strike mode because of the inning we're in, which the Bandits are being pretty aggressive by swinging on the first pitch, Mike.
They are, and I think Taylor right now has to take that approach just like Brittany did and take that ball to the right side if she can to keep this one alive. And a great job by Kat pulling the string, and now the Bandits are down to their last bullet. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th with a 3-2 leader for the Pride as they try to win their 2nd consecutive game by that tally. Osterman gets the sign from Willis. Here's the 0-2 to Edwards. Grounded back to Kat. She'll go to first base on the 1-3, and that will wrap it up. It is a 1-hit complete game victory for Kat Osterman and the USSSA Pride as they win the 2nd consecutive game of this series. This one by a score of 3-2. As Osterman picks up the win, she will improve to 5-1 on the season. And Lacey Waldrop is the hard luck loser for the Bandits in this one. She pitched terrifically, and the rookie on the campaign now will fall to 1-1 on the season. So again, Eric, a battle here, a defensive battle. The Bandits able to stay in, and on a 2-run home run by Cervantes, but it wasn't enough.
The Bandits are doing a great job with matching up against the USSSA Pride, but one thing they got to do a better job of is they can't leave so many runners on base. It was a tough evening for the hitters also, but Brittany Cervantes did a great job at keeping the Bandits in it. Also give credit to Lacey Waldrop, who pitched a pretty good game tonight despite giving up the 3 runs, but unfortunately she has some bad luck by coming out with the loss.
So our Combat Sports post-game report is coming up now, and your advantage is in our DNA. Experience Maxim, a 40% larger hitting surface than the closest competitor at Combat Sports. Roman 4, along with Mike Stewart, right now imparting some coaching wisdom to the Chargers for the Chicago Bandits, as we'll take a look at the Combat Sports final totals in the ball game here tonight. For the USSSA Pride, 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The win goes to Kat Osterman. She improves to 5-1 on the season. The Pride end up stranding 9 runners in the ball game tonight. For the Chicago Bandits, 2 runs on only 1 base hit. That was the 2-run home run by Brittany Cervantes back in the 4th inning of play. And the Bandits only strand 1 runner in the ball game here this evening, that being in the 2nd inning of play. The loser is Lacey Waldrop. She will fall now to 1-1 on the season. And now things really getting tight here in the NPF, Eric. The Bandits now fall to 13-6 with the loss. The Pride move now to 10-4, a half a game behind the Bandits, and now they are ahead of them in the loss column by 2.
This was a must-win game for the Bandits, but unfortunately they weren't able to come out on top. They have to do a better job at executing. They did a great job at tying up the game, but they had an opportunity early. They had a runner on second base.
We thank all of you for being here tonight. Please ride carefully on this Tuesday evening and make your plans to be with us.
So time now to name our Boomba player of the ball game, as well as our Diamond Sports play of the game. Boomba is the official supplier for National Pro Fast Pitch authentic team uniforms, training apparel, and replica sportswear. I've got somebody in mind, Eric, for our Boomba player of the game. What do you think?
I'd probably say it has to go to Kat Osterman. She gave up 2 runs, but that was the only hit that she gave up. Kat Osterman did a great job at working the corners and getting tonight. But if you get more than 1 strikeout, especially a number, you got a pretty good chance to win the game.
I'll have to go with that. I did want to throw out an honorable mention to Brittany Cervantes as she ended up with that home run tonight. And also, of course, had the walk as well, so she got on base twice in 3 appearances. But Kat Osterman, certainly pitching the one hitter, deserves our Boomba player of the ball game for the USSSA Pride. We've got a couple candidates for our Diamond play of the ball game, Eric. Diamond Sports is the official softball of the NPF. Progressive design plus advanced technology equals unparalleled performance.
For the play of the game, I'm going to go with the one that Tammy Williams made with the barehanded glove play. Only a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year can really do that, and Tammy Williams did just that.
So our play of the ball game is the play made by Tammy Williams on the defensive end. She also had 5 putouts tonight, Eric, and did a great job at shortstop.
She did a terrific job on defense, keeping the Bandits out of some tight situations.
So Kat Osterman gets our player of the ball game, and our Diamond Sports play of the ball game belongs to Tammy Williams. So obviously these next 2 ball games are going to be huge for the Bandits if they're going to want to keep the top spot here in the NPF. They still, of course, have Michelle Gascoigne, the veteran, to pitch, and Monica Abbott will certainly be available as well as we head down the stretch in this series, Eric.
Yeah, they have their two top aces available. They both do a great job in the circle, as we've seen in the past from Monica, and also Michelle Gascoigne does an equally splendid job. They both know the situation. The Bandits, they have tied their mark for the longest losing streak of the year at 2 games, but I believe, like as always, the Bandits find a way to bounce back. As we saw tonight, they still have the fight also by tying up this game.
So the USSSA Pride, as we mentioned now, will have available coming up as the series continues on. Obviously, they will still have Hannah Rogers available, the former Florida Gator, to be able to throw. And, of course, the former Bandit, Andy Williamson, also, who played her collegiate ball with the Marshall Thundering Herd. So they still have those 2 pitchers to be able to go in these final 2 games. So it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is going to be like here as we move down the stretch, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, last time when we did this, one of the last times was we were expecting it to be Michelle Gascoigne starting, but it turned out we wound up getting Sarah Moulton that day. So you never know what surprises are in store for the next game, Mike.
I want to thank the Beacon Academy crew for their terrific help out here again this evening. Special thanks go out to Bilal Mohammed along with Max Arnold and Caroline Muller up here in the press box. And the camera crew, Brendan Culleton along with Rebecca Pasteris, Sarah Mogatich, and Allison Ward helping us out as well on the camera end of things in today's ball game. Keep in mind that we will have pregame coverage at 6:50 with first pitch at 7:05 tomorrow night as the Chicago Bandits will try to dent the score sheet here against the USSSA Pride and retain first place in the NPF. So for Eric Katz, this is Mike Knezovich saying so long from the ballpark at Rosemont. One more time, the final score out here tonight for the 2nd evening in a row. The USSSA Florida Pride edged the Chicago Bandits by a score of 3-2. God bless America. God bless you all. Have a safe and wonderful evening, everybody. So long from the beautiful ballpark at Rosemont.